This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundation of the earth is out of course." Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that told me this truth. Shalom to the elect, scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Paya, and as you see in these short clips, films that I've recorded from events that's been going on throughout the world, different areas, as you see here. There's only 4 of them, as y'all saw earlier, but it's around the world, and you know what happened. Here it is. We in June 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Right? June 14th actually, and 2023, and you had, with the skies turning red, you had these elites, this government speaking about climate change, which there might be another climate lockdown, which we know about the problem, reaction, solution, right? Because all this that's happening is prophetic, but the Lord is controlling it all. He's controlling both sides. Then with the fires, whether it's real or not, it's still a causation, right, of a domino effect of prophetic events that's going on. And real quick, as you see, with this was in Saudi Arabia, right? Bunch of crickets over there. A lot of animals are leaving their habitats as well with wildfires as well, because some are real, some are not. Right? You just had a red sky down in Texas. I mean, come on, man. Let's make sense of it. The only thing that can make sense of it is prophecy, right? And you have what, thousands of fish washed up over there in the Texas Gulf Coast beach this week, blanketing the shore. It says the official story is that they died from lack of oxygen from the water being warm. Oh, okay. Another reason to use that statement as climate change, but we obviously know that the water is polluted, the skies is polluted, the food is polluted, you know, everything is being polluted, bro, you know, and we know the who, what, where, when, and why, according to scripture. We know these things was gonna occur. You got bees right after all over. Swarming bees contained the Manhattan, one of the 5 boroughs of New York, swarming all around. Look at that. That's not natural in the city. But like I said, animals are leaving their habitats. Why? Go figure. So they're gonna go elsewhere to find where they could make honey, where they could lay, you know, where they could make a nest. They're gonna, you know, and you know, they're made for wildlife. They're made for replenishing nature. So if you see certain animals in the city, that's a direct sign. The Lord spoke about signs and wonders. You know, you have signs in the heavens, birds falling, you know, different signs from the moon and the sun, the clouds, you know. And you have hundreds of orcas swimming away from, they say they were swimming away from something, but no, they weren't. This is unnatural. Orcas are vicious beasts, you know. The way they swim, and look, they're already on shore and they still wobbling. That's not natural. That's not something they're swimming. That's not a causation of an animal fleeing from a prey. Or predator, rather. Right? That's more of something unnatural, toxicities in the water, pollution. And then all these different animals leaving their habitats, washing up on shore, ending up in cities, is happening simultaneously. It's not just once every blue moon. let's get another scripture. This is the book of Revelation. No, this is the book of Hosea. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. No. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 3. Hosea chapter 4 verse 3. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. So Hosea prophesied about the animals dying, and these are also signs, because this causes famine as well. It causes famine. It causes certain diseases, because certain animals was created to clean certain parts of nature. And we're not, hey man, you can't, expect for habitats, nature to be destroyed and not expect animals to react. They're, even when there's an earthquake or what you call that, volcano eruptions or whatever the case may be, even a severe storm, animals they warn you about these things. They have those senses, right? They have senses of things occurring before they occur. And so when we look at animals, the way they move, we understand that it's a sign. It's obviously a sign, right? You're seeing lions in the city, you're seeing bears in the city, but you know what? There's also prophetic as far as the book of Sirach, the 39th chapter, how they're going to be used for judgment upon people that don't want to take heed, right? So, real quick, let's get the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter... This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14 and verse... I'm gonna start at 16. For yet greater evils than those, right? Slakin, greater evils Slakin about that. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 14 and verse 16. For yet 2nd Esdras, yeah, come 14 and we'll start at 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. And we know when we read the scriptures, the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, as Paul stated. So we read about these plagues that went on in Egypt. We read about the fire, the brimstone, the way the Lord brought plagues and signs and wonders, right, upon kingdoms that ruled, and then rose up prophets to prophesy about it and against it, and so, like the scriptures just said, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Remember, the Lord requires that which is past, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes. See, here's the point, verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker throughout age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. And then you got over there in Colorado, right, or Ohio rather, being plagued with Mormon crickets, which smell like dead fish, and it destroys the crops. And most creatures that flee from their habitats go to where there's crops and greens or whatever they eat to eat it, and it destroys that which is in the cities or certain areas, you know. And so the Lord did this during the time of Moses, right, in ancient Egypt, you know, and it destroyed the water, it destroyed the crops, destroyed all types of land thereof, you know. These cities, America, Babylon the Great is being destroyed from the inside out, as you can see. Alright, and I'm gonna get another scripture real quick, showing you the Lord changed not. Alright, so real quick, Lord willing, we close off on this in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 11. It says, "But I shall bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, as before, and would destroy all the land thereof." And the word Egypt is synonymous for bondage, you know, and we're still in bondage. So what the Lord did back then, He requires now, and it's only gonna get worse, like the lady said, you know. It's only gonna get worse. And then you're hearing about wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes, diverse places, volcanoes. You're gonna hear more about tsunamis, whirlwinds, right? So expect the worst, you know, because the Lord always brought the worst for a kingdom to lead out the righteous out of the wicked, right? And there's gonna be different beasts swarming around in different areas, like it tells you in Sirach 39, verse 29 to 32, beast, wild teeth, and they're gonna do the Lord's judgment. But anyway, with that, watch and pray. This is why we're supposed to watch. Know the times we're in. Look at the current events. Look up in the skies. Look what's going on. Read the scriptures and understand that it is the same time that the Lord told us about. You know, like it tells you, 2nd Ezra 9. Anyway, with that, till next time, shalom.